The Sheikah slate conveyed the little guardian's purpose. This anomalous visitor had traveled from a future.
Bunch of different style cutscenes throughout this game as well. I mean, there's way more dialogue in this game in cutscenes than in the original Breath of the Wild, but we also get all these scenes where it's just a guy in the booth reading the lines.
Yeah, I would argue this is probably the most in-depth story a Zelda game has ever had, because it is canon, so...
They're all canon. That's what we keep getting at. There is no reason to doubt that any of these Zelda games are all on the same timeline, because that's the thing about timelines. They're infinite. They can all fit. There's just a break on every one.
I know, I just wanted to like get that cleared up in the first part or two, so we don't have to be dithering about it later on. Now, what we just played through is a story mission. There are like side stuff to be going on with to get your character upgraded and whatnot, get a few bonus weapons, get a few bonus ingredients. Oh, thank you, Rome. I'm pretty sure we brought this up in Breath of the Wild, but don't you just love the first open world 3D Zelda, like proper open world 3D, has a king that's called Rome?
Well, it makes sense. All of the names in Zelda mean something or another. Hell, Link's original purpose as like a time traveler, like a link between times. Like, Zelda has always done that.
Now in Hyrule Warriors, whatever version of it you wanted to play, there was actually an adventure mode, which is essentially you go around like a map. It's like a quadrant, it's got squares and whatnot, and each square is a different mission type, like defeat 100 of these guys, don't get hit this amount of times, and so on. They basically combined story and, well, campaign and adventure mode into one thing here. So this map is pretty huge and will get filled out a lot more as we go along. But as you can see here, hot meals in a pot, this is how we learn how to cook. So bada bing, bada boom.
I think it's really great that they were able to put those two gameplay modes together so cohesively,
yeah.
And also in the spirit of this game following up one of the biggest open world games. So I think it's really cool that they did that, and that it worked out very well, because I think it's neat doing the different little side missions with all of the resources that you gather, hopefully across most of the story missions.
So look at that, now we have an extra push of the Y button for our regular attacks, and more stuff just appears on the field. Why the hell not? I beat up enough extra bokoblins to unlock this. I say I'm worth it.
It's so satisfying. The more you do, the more it gives you to do.
Yeah, now we have an extra strong attack.
Nice. I'm a big fan anytime a game gives me the option to just extend my base combo. Just go with that upgrade. Even if technically I could have gotten more damage off on a different upgrade, I will still just go with the option that lets me push the base combo for a longer amount of time.
Alright, so yeah, I think I'm going to have to stop doing this bonus stuff now and just crack on with the main story. But don't you worry, extra missions will become available. I'm not going to be like going for 100% or anything, but I will try and tackle a few optional things just to give the playthrough a little bit of extra flavour and so on. Right, we have a level 1 broadsword right now, but we have a big fuck-off blade here, which I'm very tempted to equip. What do you think, Mexi?
Might as well. Like, do the weapons permanently break in this game like in the original?
No, they do not.
Well, then might as well just, when it's given a fuck-off blade that can not go away, might as well use it.
Alright, so we go with that, and we go with that. Yeah, I'm looking snazzy right now.
I love the fashion and clothing options that we get in this game too. I mean, the outfits in Breath of the Wild were great, but there was really only like 8 of them. You could change the colors, so you could, make Link look all kinds of different, but glad that we get some good options in this follow-up game as well.
Steamed meat. What if I were to disguise a Muso game as a branch in the timeline?
Devilishly clever, and Tom.
Zelda, curious about the diminutive guardian.
So yeah, King Rome narrates all of these. It's very nice just to have, voice acting in a text cutscene. It may not seem like a big thing, but your brain will enjoy it when it happens.
Tech lab.
I mean, it's a big deal in a Zelda game because they're still doing most of their intro cutscenes where it goes through the whole legend without it. Most narration, like Wind Waker, just has the text on screen. Skyward Sword, I'm not sure if I'm remembering it right, but it has the whole legend right at the beginning, and I think it's in the 5 voice. But yeah, to have someone reading off all of the text on the screen, that's pretty, it's a big deal, at least in terms of Zelda.
I'm not sure when we'll get to Skyward Sword HD. We definitely want to cover it, but we want the full group for that, so it'll probably be like early 2022 or something.
Dude, I have to like first get through the game. It is so difficult. I'm trying to play it I'm trying to play it with the buttons. I'd rather not use the motion control, but I'm having such a difficult time just using bombs because I have to press down like 3 different buttons and I'm all twisted up and messed. Like, I feel like such a gamer boomer. It's so weird.
A bit of reacclimatizing. You'll get used to it, mate. So yeah, we're just heading to the Ancient Lab right now. Meet up with Robbie and Pura. We've already met them in Breath of the Wild, so I won't patronize you by bringing them up again.
I like to imagine that Egbert, since he does come from a dark timeline end, that he's just like telling them all of the horrible things he's seen and had to witness, and no one understands him. All they hear is just a beautiful little whistle, and they're like, man, this guy is so cute.
Just like swearing up a storm in his own language, nobody knows.
He's a surly little Egbert, just curses like a sailor.
Now, we know Link actually saved Zelda by deflecting like a blast from a Guardian with a pot lid. If you were using the standard thing, I think he would have done it there, but here he just used like the eye shield or whatever.
Aw, well, it's still a pretty powerful moment. I like how we do get to see more of, beginning and the middle of Zelda and Link's relationship, because that's meant to be Breath of the Wild's big old payoff. Is like, hell, that's what the extra scene is, just Zelda and Link talking some more. So I think it's really cool that that's a good focus of this game, is their relationship and how it develops.
I mean, it's kind of what made Zelda from Breath of the Wild boomer moment yourself there, Tom. But Breath of the Wild Zelda is probably one of the strongest Zeldas, just because, she has an actual character arc.
I mean, she has a whole personality, and then we see it change kind of just in big chunks when we got the memories. Some of the memories I feel are kind of repeating of like a moment like, oh, this was a moment where Link proved himself, and then this was also a moment Link proved himself. So you got it in very like discrete packages there, but it is cool that once you get all the memories, you can put it all together, and you see Zelda go through a little change there, and then it makes it all the much more worthwhile when you save her at the end, and she just wants to know if you remember her. It's like, yes, I went halfway across this map to remember you.
Well, more than halfway in my case. I went all over the fucking shop.
Yeah, because they're all over the place, so I do like how they had to have that big of a quest to be like, we want you to explore the map, while still having something like the Korok season is like, well, did you explore the whole map? Did you now?
Yeah.
I think it's just kind of fun, and how Breath of the Wild gives you those different levels of engagement with the world, with the whole big map.
Shazam! Now, I would recommend just putting this on in the background, when you're watching / listening to us, because it is a Muso game, so a lot of it is just going to be this in between the story cutscenes and the like. It is what it is. I love the genre, but I cannot deny what it is at heart.
Well, it's a genre where a lot of the enjoyment comes from actually playing them. So if anything, if you enjoy at least some of the effects of it, might as well just play it.
Yeah.
You get the most fun out of them by being the one who pushes a button, and blam, you watch like 150 enemies just float through the air.
I love it. Now, Zelda doesn't have a health bar just for shits and giggles. She can take damage. Oh, no. You can go ahead and have this back.
If you let Zelda take damage, well then, that just makes this a whole different timeline. where he's not her knight in shining armor.
Jeez. Like, we know there's a Link is defeated branch of Ocarina of Time. Imagine if there was one like Ganon assassinated Zelda.
Technically, there's one of those on every timeline. Again, infinite possibilities, but yeah, I don't think it would be as shocking as how the whole Link is defeated timeline existing was when that first came out. Because honestly, like at the time when people were making timelines, bad endings in timelines where the hero just doesn't win weren't really all that considered. So I think everyone took it pretty hard and had a real rough time with it when it was first released. And I think that was from Historia, Hyrule Historia was when that was first like mass published out.
I'm gonna throw a bomb. I don't think I'm properly equipped to deal with this lad right now, but what are you gonna do?
You gave it your best effort. We're not quite at the moment where we can just dismember them and embarrass them, but I do like how they keep the Guardians as a nice early game power threat, like serving the same purpose but in a completely different genre.
Yeah, it's a completely different context and whatnot, yeah, mate. I got a clear path for Zelda, get to the safe spot, and then maybe we can find some friendly Guardians, ones not possessed by malice, that came back with little Egbert over there, and we'll see what's what.
It's not running away, it's a strategic retreat.
It is indeed. Zelda? Zelda, you doing okay over there? It's okay. I'll give it a floor. Oh, Impa, you are not doing great.
Oh no. That's gonna cost you a few points on the best Impa competition there.
Nope! I don't know how I dodged that, but Zelda, you might want to move.
Why was no one running away?
Haha, I've distracted him. And now we run. Oh my god, they're both nearly dead.
Is the shield deflecting still as finicky as ever?
You can deflect, yeah. There you go.
At least it's doable.
Ah, an inactive Guardian. Yes, I like this one. Can I have this one, Mommy?
It was probably asking if it was its mommy.
Kablamzo.
Well, now this is a fair Guardian on Guardian fight.
Yeah. See ya, fucko. Oh my god, oh no.
It's got a big fuck off flavor, my dude. You gotta get away.
I'm trying. I'm running.
Yeah!
This is also pretty neat that you can have like the different mission types where instead of us going to the first one, going to a fort to take out the enemy, that there was a part of this where we had to run away from the enemy. So gives you all those fun little Zelda moments as well in the plot.
Alright, Link, you can go over here. No, I don't think that part of the map is ready yet, but that's fine. We will unlock it as we go along. Gotta keep killing enemies, because more KOs means, well, more KOs, I guess, more experience.
Plus more crafting supplies, more selling supplies, supplies for missions. It's pretty nice. I'm sure this game becomes quite a crunch in the late game when you're trying to like min-max the drops and stuff. But
of course, yeah.
right now, it's just a lot of fun engaging in the combat, so might as well get all the goodies you can while you're at it.
I remember doing a lot of this to get wood. Give me wood. Oh, I could have phrased that differently. Oh well, it's too late now.
Get wood. Hashtag get wood.
Don't start a HFC specific hashtag, please. With get wood. I don't need that in my life.
Just the online drama it would create.
There you go. It kind of goes up like a firework. That's neat. A lot of water around here for cryonis purposes and whatnot.
I still think that the whole idea with Breath of the Wild of the Sheikah being these like cyber techno ninjas is so cool because they literally did just do like a zombie skeleton pirate, like just put a bunch of things together. But I think it works so cool how, you know, they know the most about the technology while still having, you know, this whole ninja aesthetic to the combat.
Get ready to hear "steal yourself" a lot. Hemper loves saying it. There's a lot of repeated voice lines in Muso games, but I think that just adds to the charm, honestly.
You say that now, but then a couple days later, when you're just randomly saying the lines to yourself, you realize, oh no, video game lives inside me.
Hey Tom, can you make me a brew? Okay, one sec. Steal yourself. Wait, what? And then just the kitchen explodes.
And then you just walk away. That was me during the dark times of playing nothing but Dissidia.
I don't know, would you really call that a dark time? It's pretty comfy.
It was pretty good. It was like it was actually the first game I got really into, like the fighting mechanics, like looking up frame data of all the moves. So, I mean, I can't talk too bad on those times, but I always just think about how much time I spent playing. I was like, my goodness. It's like, I'm surprised the PSP held out that hard.
I was a boring little boy, what could I say?
There's no other excuse other than that. Just a bored little boy.
Well, I said boring little boy. I'm glad you didn't hear that.
A little of both.
Shazam. And now we have a little bit of electric power in our arsenal.
I like how they do that instead, because you can't equip the wands in this game, can you?
No, you just use them like this.
Okay, just to invoke the spells, which is super cool. It gives you a reason to actually deal with the Withrows, because even in this game, they're one of the more annoying characters.
Oh yeah, they'll, you know, pepper you from a distance, and if you're not paying attention to the Lionel you're currently fighting, things can go pear-shaped very quickly.
Very much in the spirit of Breath of the Wild. That perfectly describes encountering a Wizrobe in that game as well.
I feel like they're a little bit deadlier in there, because there's more consequences on a moment-to-moment basis. Aha!
A nutter nut boy.
Yeah. More nuts, less problems.
It's time.
Wrong button, Tom. You're trying, God bless you. We got it.
There you go.
Get out of there with your sass.
Link.
Do we have to do it the patented Nintendo 3 times in order to win?
I guess we'll see. Right now we just have to do it at 2 areas of the battlefield, but like you said, it is patented and it is Nintendo, so I guess we'll see that precious third one when we see it.
Now we get some Zelda screen time.
Yeah. Oh, Zelda has come to play, eh? Why don't we switch to her and see what's what?
Again, now we're playing as the titular character.
It's really hard to describe what Zelda's like R2 function is, but she uses the Sheikah Slate, and if you're good, you can make good combo. See, like, I manually activated that bomb there, so...
It's pretty cool, because they give her the... Hers are probably the most similar to the way Link uses his Slate abilities as well. But I do like how all of hers have a twist on it, that she doesn't use Cryonis quite the same. Her Magnesis is different as well.
Might as well just test her out while we're going up here to activate this thing. Link is strong enough to do shit on his own.
Oh yeah. If you give him the proper orders, of course. Otherwise, again, he's just gonna spend time petting his egg.
Shouldn't do that. At least not in public, anyway.
It's something better done privacy at home.
Boom. Kablamo.
I love her big, giant bomb.
Let's do it again. Oh, it's walking.
I love it. It's a bomb guardian just going around making more little bombs.
Pokemon Snap, go now! Oh, Professor Mirror's gonna love that one.
It's gonna give you all the stars. high ratings. You'll want to upload it in everything.
So yeah, Zelda isn't really my preferred character when it comes to Age of Calamity, but I'd say there's like worse ones on the tier.
I feel like if anything else, it's just more for the aesthetic, the idea of holy cow, finally playing as Zelda in my Zelda game. But I could see how her moveset would be a bit more janky than, you know, the fact that Link is meant to be a pick up and play, all around good character that compared to some of Zelda's weirdness with her combo that it's probably better for specific situations.
Yeah, for sure. Like, if we were to assign these characters like difficulty things, I would say Zelda is like medium to high, Link is pretty low. He has a pretty easy to grasp moveset, and he controls as you would expect Link to control in Breath of the Wild.
They gave him a lot of options too, because he can equip multiple weapons, and I think as opposed to a lot of the characters are kind of locked into their plot weapons.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ.
Gotta create some distance if you want to use her effectively.
Stasis go boom.
This is a Breath of the Wild inspired game. If you're not using stasis in an OP fashion, you're just not playing the game the right way.
Well, I'm doing a pretty good job here.
Oh yeah, you're taking him down. Like, see, that box was stasis. Just in her base combo, you're good to go.
Press the wrong button again, Tom. It's fine. We will guard this, miss. Don't you worry. We will teleport wherever you need us.
Conveniently, everyone is able to turn a deactivated Guardian on, so didn't have to be a thing where like you had to send Impa or just Zelda to each Guardian to turn them on.
Lower the Guardian to the targeted position. Alright, where is this on the map here? Quickest way to get to it. Just round the corner.
Clear on the other side.
Oh,
get moving.
Son of a bitch. Gotta check the boxes. There may be a nut boy hiding somewhere. Unless it's like this and he's just like, no, you can't destroy this scenery. That Guardian music has not stopped playing since that fucker appeared.
So weird hearing Breath of the Wild with a soundtrack. Before it was like, man, I never noticed how quiet it is. Now it's like, wow, I am hearing so much. What is this, music right now?
What a trip. Some enemies are weak to elemental things. The moblin here weak to fire. You could use this to your advantage. Or you can just take a picture of it and it goes exploding.
Well, yeah, exploiting weaknesses was such a big thing with dealing with the enemies in the first game, so glad to see it all coming together and them incorporating it.
Run, despite the odds.
Alright, where is the Guardian at? He is just round here and down. And I gotta bring him back here, and then the counterattack will be most successful.
Boy, so many steps in this plan. Can't we just throw a bomb and pray? That was the usual strategy.
I mean, if you insist. I love my little bomb turret. Oh, there it is. Hey, fuck ass.
Really like her moveset, but I do like how they incorporate her making more little friends into her playstyle with that whole bomb tank guy.
Very versatile, but that versatility can be a little bit overwhelming when you get to grips with her. I know it's one big cope on my part, but still.
The biggest of copes.
Truly, life is just a series of copes and then you die.
We are nothing more than the collection of copes we have acquired to this point.
As the great philosopher Silver the Hedgehog once said, I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist.
That sounds like a cope right there.
I guess it is. Booyah, baby. Let's finish this fucker with Zelda.
Just use every move on the Guardian at this point.
Electricity. Yeah. This is so great.
Look at that.
Fucking wrecked his shit. Granted, the Guardians did most of the work, chipping away at his armor, but don't show the cutscene like it's Link who beat it.
The true Legend of Zelda. I think that'd be kind of funny as a setup for a Zelda game where it gives you the typical intro scene of here's the legend and here's what the hero did, and then you just find out throughout the game that it's one big lie, that it wasn't the hero, that it was either hell, give it to Impa or Zelda, either one, but just find out that they were the one who did all the work. The hero just showed up at the very end and, you know, got the cutscene.
The Legend of Zelda, in parentheses, Link.
Everything in Hyrule is a lie. I couldn't see them possibly doing that, but I think that'd be interesting.
There we go, lots of stuff there, kind of evenly leveled right now. Oh, the soup ladle, very nice.
Everything in Hyrule is a weapon. It's a dangerous land.
And we got plenty of new stuff. These fuckers right here are good for full health restores in Breath of the Wild.
I'm honestly surprised they didn't bring back mashed bananas that give you ungodly strength. I still think that was hilarious that, of all things, just putting a bunch of bananas together gave you the longest and the best power upgrade.
I think defense-wise, it was the Green Dragon's like horn and like 3 iron shrooms or something. I used that basic formula to kind of cheese a little bit of Sword of the Trial, or Trial of the Sword. That was the new Chepsy Palace for this generation. Anyway, we got Robbie here. You guys know him. You'll love him. He's named after Robin Williams. He's great.
And if there's no one whose name deserves to be immortalized in Zelda than him, like, I would love it actually if they made him another type character that just reappears in all of the Zeldas, just like a different Robbie. Maybe not this exact same character, but the name keeps appearing.
Are you saying you want a Cid in Zelda?
Exactly! Like, no, you already have Robin Williams as one of the Cids, so yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that is exactly what I'm asking for, please.
So we got Pura here. The little streak in her hair actually comes from one of her designs in the art book, I believe, and they were going to use it, like, at some point during Breath of the Wild. Did her, like, imp-ish form, for lack of a better word, have it?
I think she did, yeah.
As you can see, we managed to
I do
extract
like
some of the
that
data.
they were able to bring all those designs back and use them in this game.
Even
Yeah.
so,
I think that was one of
analyze
the...
what we received, and maybe
If anything, I thought it
a
was
sense of
really
order.
exciting for when they were revealing this game was, oh man, we saw those designs, they're coming back, they're using them.
Oh, no, all of
Waste Not Want Not is a very Nintendo philosophy. You know, despite what you might say about them sending games out and then finishing them later with free DLC, that stuff still gets used at the end of the day.
If I don't succeed
I don't think
at sealing the
any
Calamity,
game gets sent out 100% completely done to what the creators thought they were going to be able to do.
this will
Like,
not
sometimes
come
you
to
just gotta
pass.
go back and add different things to your game. I know some games do it for the better, some do it for the worse, I know some do it in a very awkward way where no one even bothers getting the update, but I feel like it can be a useful practice.
Yeah.
And I feel like it can be used for good and has been used for like the betterment of some games. It really just depends. It's a very fine line that when you're making a video game that you have to consider.
Oh no, not Korok Forest.
The legendary sword slept,
I've only found like 2 nut boys. Like,
and the
we're
princess
not gonna
Calamity
get a
out
nice pineapple man
showed
shake
signs
with
of awakening,
these Korok numbers.
No, not at all, good sir.
lamenting the kingdom's plight.
So yeah, this part of the story, we're gonna go around and collect the champions, and we can do it in any order, Maxie. So you get first dibs on which level we go to first.
Oh boy, I love a good old classic Mega Man boss selection screen.
Yeah.
They're even in the coordinates, so it's just about the same thing.
Dad, can I go and be epic?
You intend to let this...
No, you must stay in and do what I want. I'm not sure exactly what that is. I don't even really specify
Yes.
that to myself,
I
but...
better not see you out that window singing a fucking I Want song or
I
anything.
will
God
remind
damn
you
it.
once again. Above all
Every
else,
time mouth opens, the birds
your
show up.
duty is of the utmost importance.
I like frogs in this Zelda's case.
Oh yeah, she does have that affinity towards
Yes,
the
we are
frogs.
clear.
They're
I understand.
super cool.
I mean, one of her idol animations, if you were paying attention in the previous level, is letting that frog go away. And so they set off for a most Disney adventure, but not Disney, just to avoid copyrights. Please, various gods and goddesses, I've lost track, keep my daughter safe. May she never be exploded.